I'm willing to accept trying to force the shadow. Obviously, they now could have ways of barriering him and whatnot. Like, the options are there. I'm not going to lie. There's probably going to be a multitude of different options. Or they might try to trade the Jinx away. So they might barrier on top of. So they could have another Shen do the Hoodafoop swappy ruse. And that does mean that we will lose Jinx. So it's the most likely situation here. And I'm gonna be on there. I said that they'd be the switcheroo. I know your moves, Yugi.
Hello everyone, Gomez here for the LAN Up channel. Again, another deck for you today. This one is, let's face it, since the patch notes, it's lovely to see Lulu with a little bit of a buff. And let's face it, it's been years since we've played her. So this is a Lulu deck. It's called Purple Rocket. Yes, the deck is called Purple Rocket. It was too funny not to call it because it sounds a little tiny bit rude. And obviously you've got purple coming from Lulu, and we are running Jinx, which is obviously we do have the Super Mega Death Rocket. So it just made too much sense to me, and it was just slightly funny. But obviously the main use of Lulu has always been if you can get a very cheap challenger unit and just buff it up to a 4/4 stat line and allow yourself to keep keep challenging things off of your opponent's side of the field. So with this, we are using flame chompers, which can just be discarded a number of different ways. There's also jerry rigs that can be buffed through this. There's also a number of elusive units, which again could be buffed. That means that you're going to be forcing that damage in elusively, be it Poros, be it the Young Witch, be it whatever the hell. We are obviously we've got Flower Child in there to work with that support, and this is basically a discard deck as well, and that's why Jinx is in here. We actually have put in one singular copy of the University of Piltover just in case everything goes wrong. Hail Mary, let's see what the hell we can get from this. And obviously, as I said, that does work really well with Jinx in terms of the fact that you can keep getting the rocket every single turn. And yeah, so that is what we are currently working with here. The deck's got a nice amount of draw. It's obviously got the Get Excited that can work to help do removal as or just damage directly into core, as well as the Ballistic Bot doing that. Sometimes the Ballistic Bot can seem a little bit counterintuitive, but obviously it depends on what your hand's like at the time. The ignition can be rummaged away for draw. It can be used to get the Poro Cannon. It can be used in a number of different discard ways to be able to help you get what you need, or just do that one damage directly into your opponent's enemy nexus. This deck actually did surprisingly good, and it's very nice to see a deck that's got Lulu in it again. Am I right, people? It's lovely to see. It's been so long, so it was a lot of fun crafting with her. But really good decks, did surprise me. If you make any changes, let me know what you do down in the comment section down below. As well as the fact, if you run this deck, let me know. As well as shameless plug time, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. If you didn't know already, I do stream on Twitch on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. As well as the fact that there is a Discord link down below. We've got a monthly games night and movie night in there. So if you want to get involved in those things, please feel free to. As well as the fact that obviously, just thank you so much for the support. Like, literally, this channel would be nothing without any of you. And like, you're making my dreams come true. Literally, you are making my dreams come true. So honestly, thank you to everyone who shares my content, who watches, who comments, who likes, who goes over to the Twitch and says hello and says I'm from YouTube. Honestly, it makes my day whenever I see that stuff. So thank you so much. All the games you're going to be seeing were streamed. So as I already said, you can catch the action live there, but let us see how this deck did in a couple of matchups. It shows how much of a Lulu player I am when literally she has got zero progression. Zero progression. Let's go. Let's correct that. Now we've got Lulu. We are against an Azir parity deck, so it's going to be quite devastating. But you know what? I'm actually willing to keep the Jinx here. And potentially the Ramage, because if we don't find Lulu, at least we can level Jinx. This is going to be perfectly fine, everyone. Do not worry. Do not fret, for we have everything we need right here. Part of me is actually considering, you know what? We're throwing the Flower Child out. Technically, what I should have done is I should have thrown out maybe the Urchin, got rid of Ramage, but we'll see how things go. Don't worry about it. Do not fret. We've got literally, where are all our support people? It's fine. We don't need them. My opponent is not actually doing that much development right now. I would actually consider getting rid of, I could get rid of the Poro Cannon, because obviously I could very quickly level Jinx. So we just go full on aggressive. As much of me wants that, but of course Jerry Rick would be here. As much of me wants that, as much of me wants the pyro cannon and whatnot, it seems too good of a thing just to, I mean, technically we could have actually played Young Witch so that we could have started to buff one of these flower charts, but it's okay. I would accept the mistakes that I've made here today for the greater good. It's perfectly fine. Oh my god, it's perfect! Jerry's everywhere! Okay, we have literally got none of the Lulu supporty stuff yet, but it's okay. Sometimes you don't need the Lulu supporty stuff. Greater things awaiting! So, as we go, whoop, whoop. Go get it, Jerry. We could have technically done a trade-off and then done that afterwards. There was no reason to massively level her right now. Like, it wasn't, like, a needed thing that we needed to level her, like, that exact moment. Technically, I guess, like, I don't want to put in front of Azir because I legitimately do believe that they are going to counter. What's his face? The Shurima card, when you play a landmark, there's the buff, which would just mean they'll just kill Jinx. I'd rather just wait. Until things are all good, all gravy, baby. Glorious sacrifice! I mean, I guess we try to force him out immediately.
The weak don't deserve.
So now they're getting the buffs going onto the daises and that. That's fine. We can live with this.
Now it's a party.
We can live with this. Admittedly, the hand is not what we need it to be, but it's okay. It's okay, we can live with this. Part of me is actually just considering throwing you forward because I've got another one in hand. We might as well go wide at this moment in time. We're trying to force them into problematic times. This is perfectly fine. We know that we're running Misfortune, so there's always like a chance if they get a Misfortune out that we could see a what's his face? The free boom 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 boom. You understand? Why is my mind not able to remember the Why I can't think of the name of it? It's such a simple name. Help me, people, help me. Gomez is failing terribly. Okay, play one of you. Next turn. I mean, technically, I guess I could have played one of these, but I'm willing to accept there's a lot of discard in this. There we go. There's our discard card. This is fine. Lulu, there you are. Okay, we wait until they attack forward, most likely with their scout move first. We let them trade some people up, and then we put a new load of people out. It's perfectly fine.
Always forward.
So, what we want to be doing here is, guys, so they're going to be getting the increased. It's fine. I mean, they get the level up. This is quite devastating, but it's okay because with Rummage, we could throw out two of these. So I'm willing to accept the charges. I could have probably, like, so we can accept that you're gonna die. I guess if we're accepting that you're gonna die, you might as well do a better trade-off. I guess what we could do is make sure that we get your health down. We know that you could potentially come back like a bigger, stronger, faster. How close do we get there? We go down to 11. It's not the worst. Could be a lot worse. Could technically even throw this in front of that just to stop ourselves from taking 1 point of damage, but that's coming at us with major more damage. Could even throw you in front of here. I feel we leave it like this. I'm willing to accept these charges. So, we throw you out. Or technically, we could actually no. We don't want to rummage first. We don't want to rummage first. We wait for them to do their next attack. Come at me. Come at me with your next attack, and then we shall work from there. Because we can do a couple of trade-offs. We throw Witch Crit, like, you know, we use Rummage. It's fine. So it's obviously what we want to do is we want to Ignition and then go into a Rummage. We just need to make sure that we're playing it cool, calm, and collected. Cool, calm, and collected. It's absolutely fine. We'll lose the Ballistic here. We'll lose the Ballistic. Part of me's thinking, do I want to? So that's coming out with a lot of damage. That's like a lot. It's like a lot of damage coming at me, right? It's a lot of damage. How close do we get here? Okay, that's fine. Part of me's almost considering just throwing Lulu in front of this. If they've got that thing, that spell, I guess we throw Lulu in front of this just to see whether or not they've got that spell or not. Could even throw Jinx in front of here. And we need to wait on that fact. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. We now start getting the rockets out. Everything is coming up. The reason we didn't want to use the Rummage is because it was going to give us draw.
So the reason that we didn't want to immediately go for the rummage to get things on the board was because that would be drawing us. I do kind of want to get the Jinx Rocket. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I do kind of want Jinx Rocket right now. That's the reason why we didn't go with that. But this is absolutely fine. So we go, whoop. They're going to die. So boom, directly in there. We could have rummaged for those 2 rockets, as you say. Oh, so I could have rummaged for those 2 blockers, as you say. But I don't want those blockers right now. What I want is smashing my opponent in the face. I mean, it's like they know. It's like they know. There could still be a Rite of Negation. We don't 100% know, but let's face it. We can Lulu on top of one of the... I mean, we still go with you, because now the plan's going to be at least like... with damage everywhere. Damage everywhere, but Lulu's gonna take the Emperor. Oh, I forgot I put a copy of you in this deck for banter's sake. I mean, I guess the smarter move here is have it around this way, so at least you do some damage. Go and get him, Flamey! So, my opponent could have another Azir, and they could throw out a bunch of, what's their faces? So my opponent could throw out a bunch of Arises just to get, like, blockers. But as long as... Okay. Oh, crap. I thought I'd let you in. I thought I was going to go through more things. But honestly, well played to my opponent. The purple rocket strikes again. Zombies actually going in with the old school Lulu, like so Lulu Shen. So we could use picks with one of these Poros. I'm just thinking to myself, do I want to keep both Poros just like Poro off of one of the Poros? I'll do that. I'm willing to accept that. We've got a Jinx again, it's fine. So what we want to do here, I mean obviously two friends. Go get him, Jerry! Go get him, Jerry, before Lulu gets the buffet. No one expects Jerry! Okay. Now, and so it begins. Obviously, our opponent could be playing a number of things that could cause us problems, but we are willing to wait. So, it would be a shame if somebody were to say, use this, and they go, you belong to me now, young witch. So, yeah, we do that. As long as we can stop all of their support mechanics and we keep our support mechanics, we'll be okay, right? That's how I see this going down. As long as we can keep our support stuff, every little thing is gonna be all right. There's the Lulu! Okay, we go massively elusive on them. I wish that I had Lulu in hand right now. Lulu in hand would have been really good. I'm willing to accept them not doing any form of attack to me right now. Oh, there's Lulu! So, we could trade their Lulu off. We're not really doing anything. Like, we're not going to be leveling Jinx this turn. I'm willing to wait. This actually is going to be the level up for Lulu as well. Look who decided to show! So, we want to go hoop, and then all these little men, and we want to be grabbing. We want to be grabbing Lulu. This is important. This is muy importante. Let's go, Daddy-O. Let's go! That's the level up on Lulu. This is what we've been talking about as we fight the Lulu Shen deck. We fight with our own Lulu Jinx deck, and right now things are looking okay for us. We lose picks in the conflict. We lose picks in the conflict, but we're gonna be now throwing down Jinx and asking our opponent many questions that they cannot deal with. Okay, so I'm thinking to myself, we can throw Jinx. Okay, so I'm expecting to see, do we throw Jinx out right now? I feel like what I want to do is I want to make sure that Lulu is supported. Want to make sure that Lulu is supported. I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to wait.
Alright,
I'm willing to wait. So obviously they're gonna go forward with the I honestly thought they would go forward with the scout move first. Mistakes were made. I'm not going to argue with this. If I'm going to be honest, I won't argue with that. So I'll take the free. Wait. Okay then. So, kind of want to throw out this Poro just so that we are getting closer on that front. So, I guess
I guess what we want to do here is we want to throw down you on top of, again, get this on top of Lulu. Try to force the Shen out. I'm willing to accept trying to force the Shen out. Obviously, they now could have ways of barriering him and whatnot. Like, the options are there. I'm not going to lie. There's probably going to be a multitude of different options. Or they might try to trade the Jinx away. So they might barrier on top of. So they could have another Shen do the Hoodafoop swappy ruse. And that does mean that we will lose Jinx. So it's the most likely situation here. And I'm gonna be on there. I said that there'd be the switcheroo. I know your moves, Yugi. But yeah, so we lose the Jinx. Willing to accept it. Willing to accept it. They go down to 2. Also means that we could actually use this little augmenter guy to at least be able to get rid of, say, either their challenge one or to get rid of their scout abilities. Like, I'm willing to accept this. Could have even just forced in the damage elusively, if I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, we want to go in with, I guess we want to, do we want to stop their scout, or do we want to just stop their ability to be able to trade with whoever they want? Potentially that's going to be the smarter plan, right?
What's the worst that could
I mean, we could have gone directly into Shen, but if I'm going to find a get excited, that's going directly into core anyway, so that's fine. Good old the Universitar! So, I mean, if trades happen, the Universitar is what I'm looking at here. It's going to be coming out. We want to obviously protect Lulu, but other than that, it depends obviously how my opponent plays here. But other than the protect of Lulu, everyone else can go to the graveyard. Expect their Patronum. Oh wait, because if anything happens, I can trade some people off. Could even go with legitimately trading. I mean, actually, no, we can't Jerry yet. We can't Jerry because we've got too many spaces on the board. So we just go, there we go, do a trade. Get rid of their scout. Get rid of their ability to scout. We could now go, yeah! I have all the defensive units. Okay. And we've still got room to throw out the University of Piltover. So it's all gravy, baby. It's all gravy, baby. You grab her, but I mean, okay. I accept the charges. Officer, I accept the charges. There's the level up of Shen. But willing to accept it. Willing to accept it. Willing to accept all of this. So, because basically by throwing the University out, we'd be getting this Flame Chompers anyway. Like, at the beginning of the turn, that gets discarded and comes directly down to the board. I mean, obviously, we do lose this. We do lose the ability of help. Oh, I got up until the peak for banter's sake. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, they're not the best options. But we do have an Arbiter who would actually, overwhelm-wise, be quite good. But we could just immediately go in with damage right now. So, what we could do is just immediately go in with the elusive thing. They could have... What's its face? This might end up being a very stupid move on my part. Because I've literally got no reason to do this. They could use, like, Golden Aegis and try to get themselves back into this. But I'm willing to accept play this because we've played the University. Logic dictates that we must at least adhere to... So that's mean they use Golden Aegis, but... doesn't necessarily matter because we immediately can go forward. So, what we want to do here is, I guess we grab... Do we grab Shen? So, we can go... Whoop. Do I want to... Okay, it is time. So, what we want to do here is go sod it. Go, you belong to me now, Shen. And I guess we throw you over here because sod it. And, GG's all around. GG's all around! That's what I'm talking about. Shen emote to my opponent. Honestly, really well played. We could have thrown down another kick or we could have gone for a rummage, see whether or not we found something. But I'm willing to accept that everything went well. And that was against the normal. That was against the normal Shen Lulu deck. See, this is glorious. Somebody's chat. I mean, the question is whether or not this is going to be the Timelines deck. Is this the Timelines deck or is this somebody who's reluctant to give up? Reluctant to give up Twisted Fate and Fizz right now. We shall see what we're dealing with here. We've got a Lulu and a Flame Chompers. we can use the Urchin on top of Flame Chompers immediately. I mean, okay. I don't know if you know how that deck works, how that card works, but okay. I mean, I got rid of you. But throwing out a stress testing turn 1, that's fine. I mean, yeah, there you go. That's more of a use I would expect. That's more of a use I would expect. Okay. I mean, they are slowly but surely leveling Fizz. I can admit that much. So, as much as he wants to play Lulu, I feel like that's the better move right now. Obviously, Twisted Fate could drop next turn, but he's not going to be getting as much draw. I kind of want to throw Lulu down, but I said like I expect. So, we throw down the Flower Child first, and then we throw down Lulu. Yep, that's fine. We throw down Lulu. We throw down Lulu, and now we can go Flame Chompers and get rid of the elusive. So, started to force in that damage. It's okay. So, hoop. I mean, I don't know why I'm attacking. I don't know why I'm attacking with the 0 attack guy, but go get him. Go get him, Flame Chompy. So what we want to do here? Ooh. Okay, so they got another one coming out. That's another elusive. Admittedly, so do I keep the get excited or do I just throw it down? I mean, the university. Part of me's honest to God just considering just the second they throw down. What's his face? Ooh. Okay, we just throw down university then. That's fine. Technically, I could just get excited their core at this point, but I'm more for the banter play. So here we go now, and so it begins. What do we get? What do we have in the university tonight? Oh, Batman, along with one of these. A big part of me kind of wants to play Batman. We could actually play Pix as well on top of one of these Flame Chompers. So we might see Twisted Fate drop, but we play Batman. Go get him, Batman! Potential Twisted Fate drop. We wait in eager anticipation. I knew it! So they stun Batman. We throw Pix out, I guess, on top of you because, sod it. I know that that's damage, and we should have probably thrown it on top of one of the other Flame Chompers, but I'm feeling spicy tonight. So this is how we roll. 2 damage. We take Twisted immediately off that field of play right now. I mean, we could take Fizz off of that field of play. We take Twisted. We take Twisted, no questions asked, right? Might as well throw down the Flower Child as well at this point. Because at least then there's still potentially a trade-off. So do that. We lose Pix in the conflict, but they knew the risks. They copy Batman. Right now. Such unexpected plays. But let's see what the university. So the university provides me with stun / what do you call it? Like an elusive cover. So if they throw Batman down, we can just go, no, not today, Batman. And stun him out, as well as the fact that we do have... Not today, Batman! So, Batman, I mean, technically, I guess I could have traded my Batman. There was no reason not to trade my Batman. I could also just throw this free damage directly into their core right now, but I kind of want the draw, like, even though draw is useless to me right now. I'm gonna get rid of you. Or do we want to pull things away? You know, I'm willing to accept you dying. The university shall provide. Oh my god. And there's a Jinx. Look. There's the smart move. There's the potential smart move, but then there's the move you want to use in your Heart of Hearts. I mean, we could also use Stony Suppressor against all their spells. But, I mean, the university has provided. And I feel it would be wrong of me. It would be wrong of me not to consider. I mean, admittedly, they've got a lot of elusive damage on me here.
They have actually. Ah, they removed the Jinx. Oh, we should have just gone with the rally. Should have just gone with the rally. Why did I just go with the rally? I regret all my decisions, but you know what? I don't. You know what? I don't. Oh, look, Jerry. There's the Fimji. Potential map, which we could actually get map as well, in all honesty. So always up for a round or two. We get to see that hit in. I guess we throw you down, but as I said, there is actually the potential of us hitting that. So we hit the map. Oh my god, elusive squirrel. No one expects. Okay, I mean, of course you would take out the squirrel. We could elusive you just to be able to deal with. So part of me just considering here elusive you just to deal with this problem over here. We could have considered this, but I kind of want to throw Lulu down. I kind of want to throw Lulu down, although that would be removing their Batman. Like, the option of removing their Batman is legitimately a thing.
That tasted purple.
That is legitimately a thing. They've only got one card left. They've not really got much going on for them in terms of that. And plus, Twisted Fate now needs to hit 9. Let's see what the... Ah! There's always fight here, but Pablo! Okay. We might sacrifice 8-punch Pablo's life. There's always fight here, but Pablo! They now have nothing going on in their hand. They have spanked their load, as they say. So, part of me is thinking here, what do I want to do? So, I could throw you down. Do we snooze bottom? Is there a legitimately stupid thing that we can do snooze bottom wise? I guess we could snooze bottom on top of... So, but we'd be leaving Lulu vulnerable no matter what we did. I feel like the better move here is just to augment. I feel like the better move here is just, you know what? We augment, we get rid of... Technically, they've got no way of defending Fizz right now. We could get rid of Batman. Means that I can... You know what I'm going to do? What we're going to do here, we're going to go like this, get a significant amount of draw, see whether or not we draw any damage. But no! No! Don't just leave me like this, Twisted Fate Fizz! I wanted to see what I was going to get. I mean, that took my time, and I'm sorry, but I was trying to work out legitimate plans. So actually, technically, what I should have done here is I should have played Young Witch and then thrown down Jerry. Technically, that is what I should have done here. I should have played Young Witch and then we could have gone into Jerry. But to be fair, it doesn't really matter. It wasn't actually my attack turn. I could play Lulu. I've got nothing to discard right now, which is not the best. I wish that I could discard. So basically, I need to remove this. This is going to become a big pain in the bum hole very quickly. In terms of what it can make come out. This could actually make them get Shyvana out this turn. Not going to lie. Kind of need you to die. Could you be a darling and send yourself to the Shadow Realm, please? I'm actually just going to go with the ignition. I'm going to go with the ignition. I could go forward, but Lulu just immediately gets traded off here. Lulu immediately gets traded off, so I'm willing to wait. And like, it's not helping her in any way, shape, or form. But if we can get to... Where were you last turn? If we would have had this last turn, we could have discarded the Flame Chompers, and it would have meant that we could have, like, basically done some nice stuff going on here. So, throughout the witch, old witch, the wicked witch. Willing to accept the damage. Obviously, they could have a single combat or the dragon spell. Like, they could have a single combat or the dragon spell. These options are up for them to use. So, single combat. Yeah, oh, the dragon. There we go. The dragon spell comes out. Was much to be expected. It's a shame. It's a shame because I would have been able to trade that off, like with Lulu, because I would have been able to use Flame Chompers, but you don't always get what you need. You don't always get what you need. Potential, there could be what's its face right now. So there's a good chance that there's going to be Sharp Sight. There's a good chance there's going to be Sharp Sight, but I'm willing to go with this because I need to remove this Herald of Dragons before they start getting really insane value out of it. They lose! They want to get the Herald of Dragons! But there's the Shyvana move. I mean, we need to be doing something to them right now, so at least getting Ballistic Bot up to a threatening spot would be quite nice. As well as the fact that we can throw down these Poros, and these Poros are buffing him as well. So, willing to accept that. Augmenter could go down for 3 damage next turn and draw. So, Augmenter could go down for 3 damage and draw.
depend, obviously, like, you know, what our situation is. Obviously, if they attack forward, or if they use another one of those dragon thingamajiggy spells, trade-off spells. They've used one strafing strike, but luckily enough, they used it when she wasn't actually, like, she wasn't on the board, so she's nowhere near, like, it's fine. Not the best. Not the best options for me here, but still going to ignition. Just to get this guy up a little bit more, just for, yet again, trade purposes. Trade purposes! Need to think to myself. So, we could actually just trade up the Shyvana here. Might end up regretting my decisions that are being made here today, because it means going down to 6. So I might regret the decisions that are being made, but literally putting any of these in front of any of them, all it's doing is giving them a buff for free. Like, I'd rather wait, take the damage. It might end up coming back to bite me in the bum hole, which it most likely will. But I'm willing to accept significant damage. Willing to accept significant damage here. Jinx does at least mean that we get the option for maybe a get excited move. So here's what we want to do here. We want to go, ooh. I mean, she would level. I'm going to regret my decisions. I am going to regret my decisions that I made here today. The regret has already started. See the regret beginning. See the regret beginning in my eyes. I mean, I guess we go forward with this guy as well. There's no reason not to go forward with him as well. So we go forward. We level Lulu. It's all going on. Don't worry about it. This is all single combat, concerted strike. All the smart man moves now come out. Single combat, concerted strike, the Huda foos, whoop, 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 Huda foo, whoop, all these hand gestures. All these hand gestures now become a thing. Okay. Get them down to 7. It's not the best. It could be a lot worse. So immediately, boom. So we got another Jinx. We could actually, like, you know, it's like we're in. Oh, wait. Wait. It's okay. Don't panic. If you panic, that's when the squeaky bum time starts, and we don't need squeaky bum time here right now. Who are you going to grab? You going grabbing the Jinx. A smart ruse. Okay, so what we want to do here is we want to go whoop. Considering the fact that this is meaningless this round right now because they've already gone forward. I mean, technically, I guess we could use this in case they've got some kind of spell. So, maybe instead, use this over here just as a precautionary tale. Technically, we could actually get excited over here. Concerted strike, I see. So, yeah, they want to be killing Lulu. That's absolutely fine. Sadly, it does mean that we'll just lose this. What happens if we throw this in here? Does that actually do anything for us in any grand scheme or way? Not really. Just thinking to myself, do I just throw this in their core instead? The smarter plan here just seems to be just throw this directly into their core, because then it gets them down to 4. You know what? We do that. Seems like the smarter move. Seems like I should have just done that all to begin with. It's fine. We've got elusives. We've got Jinx leveled up. We're gonna be asking, so potentially we might see. Yeah, that's me. Okay, fine. Another concerted strike. Fair play. Fair play to my opponent. The little sword animation. So we lose Lulu. We lose Lulu and we lose Jinx. But at least on the positive side, they're still going down. We should have maybe thrown down this get excited directly into their core, because I mean, right now that wouldn't have been the worst strategy here. Is that actually, how close is Jarven actually? So that's the first little markup on Jarven. Now admittedly, single combat, Dragon Strike, the, the ability to kill elusives. All these things and more present themselves as options. But I guess sometimes.
This way, go!
They have nothing! They have nothing! So, if we keep Lulu, we want to go. I mean, I guess we could keep the Shadow Assassin. I kind of want to see where we can go. Oh, flame chompers, that's what we're talking about. That's what it's all about. Some people say it's all about the Okikoki, but we all know it's all about flame chompers. It gives us the option to young witch into this. Young witch, flame chomp. I mean, and the fact that we got a rummage, forget all of the chompers. All the chompers belong to us. So immediately go forward here. There's no reason not to. 4 damage in, go like a 5 damage for smacking them directly in there. We want to be throwing Lulu down. Obviously, we know that this deck can run things like what's its face, avalanche. It can run ice shard. It runs loads of different things that could be problematic. But I'm willing. Do we wait? Potential further, but I don't know whether or not they'd run. You know, so I'm gonna play her. I made my decisions. We take the damage. I have made my decisions. Potential avalanche hits us. Potential avalanche. I expect it to come at me, brother. As we now rummage and the flame chompers gets just like increased damage. I mean, admittedly, Lulu did not have to take that hit. We could have waited. I just want to point out, we could have waited. Like there was no reason for us to go in like that. We go immediately forward because there could be another avalanche. They could also have ice shard, but if they get an ice shard, they can't avalanche, and at the same point. So I'd rather get the damage in, like boom, 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 immediately, and be forcing my opponent to have to react to what's going on right now. I mean, Lulu can near enough level herself next go. Throw out the flower child. We want to be throwing Jinx out. That's gonna be our plan. Give me a rummage. Give me like something else, which is good. Yes. It's all coming together, Yugi! So, front of Jinx.
Just you and me, Fishbones.
Just you and me, Fishbones. Obviously, there could be another avalanche. And it would decimate the majority of the board. But it's okay, we're fine.
For the glory of Noxus.
For the glory of Estruskia, we throw this down. So, that is the immediate Jinx level up. We can't use... We can throw down a Poro. We can throw down a Poro, but we can't actually get to her rocket this turn. But at least she's leveled. That's important. We wait to see whether or not they do... I see. You do nothing. Fair play. I'm willing to go with this. Obviously, this would have been an instant trade. But like now they might attack. Yes, I mean now they attack forward. Because why not attack forward, right? Why not attack forward? I'm willing to accept giving Vladimir another little hoobity boop in there. Okay, so the rocket's already happening. We've got a whimsy option. I feel we go, even though we will be losing Lulu. Lulu knew the risks. Lulu knew the riskings, and sod it. I guess we throw you over here. Sod it. We go. I'm willing to accept that. Lulu levels up, and so we got another Lulu in the hand anyway. This is all going all well and good. Even if we lose her, I mean, actually, the whimsy. The whimsy will save her life. Oh, you boy. Okay, I mean, we neglect saving her life now and go, it'd be a shame if you turned into a little tiny squirrel man. Good day, sir. Yep, and now we could technically just do this, because why the hell not? So we will be losing. We do lose Lulu, but in the conflict, we still get a rocket. We've got OG, we've got a Jerry. It's all gravy, baby. Boom, directly into that core. They are dead. Shadow mode to my opponent. Really well played. I do love the fact that people are playing Bloodstar still. So yes, that is the purple rocket deck. As I said, amazingly, like it's a lot better than what you first think of. And it's just lovely to see Lulu back in the game. So as I said, all these games that you saw were streamed. So if you want to catch the action live, please feel free to over on Twitch, which is the links down below. As well as the link to the Discord. But I'm live on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And in that Discord, there is a monthly game night and movie night. So if you want to get involved in those things, the option is up to you. But as I say, thank you so much, all of you, for the support. I've got my end of year goal of hitting 5,000 followers/subscribers, and we are smashing it on YouTube. Like, we're getting up there past the 3,000 mark. So honestly, thank you all so much. I hope you have a brilliant day, afternoon, or whatever the hell it is for you. And as I said, if you run this deck, let me know how it goes. If you make any changes, let me know down in those comments. Until next time, bye.
flash of brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me. Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.